Hello everyone, and winter season has arrived. It's the first show I'm going to review. And yep, it's Grancrest Senki, Record of Grancrest War. But first of all, Happy New Year, even though it's almost a week late, but who cares, right? So the quite highly anticipated show for this season, based on the light novel written by the author of Record of Lodos War. And yeah, I really enjoyed this first episode, even though there are quite a few, I don't want to say plot holes or holes in the world building that didn't make any sense at all, but yeah, and obviously some really lame fight choreography. And yeah, but let's dig into it. It's, like the name suggests, a story about war. The entire continent is, well, engulfed in the flames of war. And we're beginning the show with a wedding between two countries that was basically a shame going on for, well, make a child with a Grancrest, because those two leaders of that country, they had some really huge and complex crests. And obviously, if their lineage produces a child, then it will have a pretty fucking huge crest, according to what I got from this and a bit from the manga. But yeah, something happened, and it's because there was this thing with the so-called chaos in it, and then suddenly a demon lord appeared. And when Shiluka, the female protagonist, wanted to, before it appeared, wanted to stop it, well, Irvin stopped her. And at first I thought he was kinda involved in it, so that he's helping out that the Demon Lord can show up, but apparently he's not. So it was a pretty random scene. And I really wonder if we will get back to it, or if I really have to place my money on one of the English publishers for light novels, so that we can get the novel in English and that I can read it. Because, man, I don't really have faith in A1 Pictures to do a good, faithful adaptation of the source material, because actually there was quite a bit of world building skipped. So yeah, it was really crazy. And also the whole thing, I mean, yeah, okay, if there wasn't any war going on, then the story would be over in, yeah, even before the first episode started. But yeah, the thing is that really was kinda driving me nuts was basically, okay, the Demon Lord appeared and the two kings or priests or leader of the countries, whatever, they tried to stop it and they died. And their children, who were supposed to marry in that cathedral, well, yeah, that didn't happen. And now everything was going on like, okay, these two old dudes are gone. Yeah, sorry, we can't do that marriage anymore, so let's go and have some war. And I was like, okay, why? What's happening? Why is it happening? What's the reason? Was it because someone is accusing someone for trying to, well, mess up the entire idea of peace, or if one of the countries is trying to get the upper hand? I don't know. We didn't have anything, but yeah. So that was one of the things that was driving me nuts. Because, yeah, why is it that the marriage couldn't be done anymore? I mean, not on the same day, okay, because those people died, the Demon Lord appeared, okay, that made sense for that day, but why did those two countries go on war against each other again? That doesn't make any sense to me, sorry. But yeah, then moving on, because we have then a time skip. The entire continent is at war, and you know, the basic stuff going on, and there are those demons and the cows, which is apparently a dark force kind of thing. And we follow Shiluka, who was on her way to some lord because she's a mage, and mages have to make a contract with a lord, or with a person who has a crest. And then some dude showed up, they wanted to stop her, and the male protagonist, Theo, showed up. And he saved the day, even though it wasn't necessary, because, well, Shiluka is apparently quite strong. And then she heard Theo out, what's his aim is, what he wants to achieve with his crest. And she was basically like, yeah, I kinda like it, I will give you a hand, I will help you out. And then she summoned a beast, she was like, yeah, defeat it, absorb the chaos, and you will become the rank of a knight, and then I can make a contract with you. This was said and done, and then they go to the lord who sent those soldiers, and they stripped him of his crest and took over his castle. And the thing is, I don't even mind that Shiluka is the one who is leading everything. So that kinda reminds me of Campione. And I don't even think that what we've seen in this episode, the personality of Theo and Shiluka, is bad or annoying or anything. It's actually quite entertaining to watch. But then there was the fight scenes. The first fight scenes, Theo versus the group of soldiers. The second one, Theo versus the beast. And then the last one was, well, Theo versus the Lord. And they looked bad. They looked really meh. The fight choreography in itself was really, really lame. And there was a lot of slow motion, focus on certain shots and stuff like this, but yeah, it was, to be honest, it was easier to imagine the fight instead of having to watch what we got. Then we had the fight with the beast, and long story short, he was on the ground, the beast was running and tried to bite him, and then he panic stabbed the beast with his sword. Yeah. We didn't even saw him raising his sword or anything, it was just one shot and then the next shot and it was done. So, yeah. I mean, it looks better than what we've got in Fate Apocrypha. But, man, the quality of the action, it's really, really meh. And I don't even think that the story is necessarily bad, even though the introduction episode was kind of like, why the hell are they even at war? So this is still my question. And yeah, the last fight, the one with the Lord, man, he stumbling in slow motion towards Theo was, yeah, it looked just bad, okay? I will leave it at this. But aside from these issues, I think this show has quite a lot of potential. Because it is strictly a fantasy story, and I mean, Lotus War is quite the known fantasy anime, and a lot of people liked it, myself included. So now we are having something new from the same person who wrote Lotus War. So yeah, but the biggest problem that I can see is something along the lines of A1 Pictures fucking up the adaptation. But yeah, like I said, I'm still hoping that we will get the novel in English so that I can just go and read it. So yeah, all in all, even though there are issues, it's still entertaining. And I'm really looking forward for the next episode. So yeah, I will leave it at this. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you guys next time as well. See ya!